How Argentina will do in the World Cup. Can Messi finally win it? I think this Argentina team is more than capable. So in the first game against Saudi Arabia, it's a draw. Argentina managed to win 3-2 against Mexico. And draw again against Poland. So Messi and his friends came second in the group and they'll face France in the round of 16. This is a tough match. And sadly Argentina lost to France on penalties. It's a round of 16 exit for them again, just like in 2018. Which nation should I do next? How Brazil will do in the World Cup. This is their squad and they are probably the favorites to win it all. So in the group stage they managed to win 2-1 against Serbia. They also won 2-1 against Switzerland. And draw 2-2 against Cameroon. Brazil obviously went through from the top of the group and in the round of 16 they are playing Uruguay. So Brazil won 2-1 and they are going to play in the quarter-finals against Belgium. Exactly like in 2018. Can they win this time? No. Belgium won 2-1 in extra time. It's 2018 all over again for Brazil. So disappointing. Anyway, which nation should I do next? How England will do in the World Cup. Is it coming home? So in the first group stage game they got a draw against Iran. They managed to win 3-1 against the USA. And 2-1 against Wales. England are through to the round of 16 from the first place in their group and they'll play against Senegal. This should be a win for England. And it is. But it's a close one. England won by 3-2 in extra time. 3 more wins until it's coming home. In the quarter-finals England will play Poland. And it's another victory. Back-to-back semi-finals for England. This time it's against Messi and Argentina. And no. England lost by 2-1 in the semi-finals again. In the third-place match they are playing Spain. But it's another loss. England finished the World Cup at the 4th place. Just like 2018. Which nation should I do next? How the Netherlands will do in the World Cup. They have a very good backline in Depay and De Jong who are very good for the national team. They also have a pretty easy group. In the first game, they draw against Senegal. In the next one, they won 3-1 against Ecuador. And in the last game of the group stages the Netherlands suffered a surprising defeat against the hosts, Qatar. They got through to the round of 16 by 1 goal difference over Qatar. The next game is against England. And the Netherlands lost. A pretty disappointing performance from them overall. Which nation should I do next? How will Portugal do in the World Cup? They have such a good squad in every position with one of the greatest up front, Cristiano Ronaldo, Sui. So in the first group stage game Portugal managed to beat Ghana by 2-1. In the next one they got a draw against Uruguay. And wow! They lost to South Korea in the last game of the group stages. And no! Portugal didn't even qualify for the round of 16. Such a poor performance from them. Which nation should I do next? What if Italy qualified for the World Cup? They have such a good and balanced team. I don't know how they didn't qualify. Italy will play in the group with the Netherlands, Senegal, and Ecuador. Let's see how far can they go. So Italy won against Ecuador by 3-1. They also won 4-1 against Senegal. But lost against the Netherlands. They got second place in their group and they'll face England in the round of 16. It's €20 final again. Can Italy send England home one more time? No. They lost to England by 2-1 in extra time. Subscribe to see more FIFA World Cup content. How will Spain do in the World Cup? Spain have a very young and talented squad, but they lack a bit in the attack. In their first game, they won 2-1 against Costa Rica. But lost 5-1 against Germany. That's so bad from them. It's like 2014 all over again. In the last game of the group stages Spain draw against Japan but luckily it was enough and they are through to the round of 16 where they'll face Morocco. And yes, Spain beat Morocco 3-1 and they will play against Portugal in the quarter-finals. Can they win it? Yes they did. In extra time. Spain are in the semi-finals against Belgium. But no. It's a 3-1 loss to Belgium. In the third-place match they'll play Denmark and they beat them. Spain finished third in the 2022 World Cup. Subscribe to see more FIFA World Cup content. How will Croatia do in the World Cup? Their team is so good. Let's see if they can match their performance from the 2018 World Cup. Oh no! Croatia lost to Morocco in the first game of the group stages. But they managed to beat Canada and also Belgium. Croatia finished first in their group and will meet Spain in the round of 16. And yes, Croatia beat Spain by 2-1 and will play Uruguay in the quarter-final. But no! Uruguay won 2-1 on extra time and knocked Croatia out. It's another great run from these dark horses. How will Germany do in the World Cup? This team is so good. Do you think they can win it all? So in the first game they beat Japan by 3-1. But in the second game it's a loss to Spain. And in the last game of the group stages they scrape a win against Costa Rica. Somehow, Germany went through from the first place in the group and will play Croatia in the round of 16. And they beat them by 2-0. In the quarter-finals it's an easier draw against Serbia. And yes, Germany just won on penalties. In the semi-finals it's their first big challenge against Messi and Argentina. And wow! Germany crash Messi's dreams once again and will play in the final against England. What a game! Can Germany win the World Cup for the 5th time in their history? Yes! They did it! Germany won England 3-1 and are the world champions. How will Denmark do in the World Cup? Their team is very good with Eriksen back in the line after collapsing at the 2020 Euros. That's such an emotional story. Let's see how Eriksen and Denmark do. In their first game, they beat Tunisia by 3-1. Against France, they got a 1-1 draw. And they also won against Australia. Sadly, Denmark came second in the group after all. Anyway, in the round of 16 they'll face Messi's Argentina. This could be the end for them. But yes, Denmark beat Argentina by 3-1 in extra time and go through to the quarter-final where they'll play the Netherlands. And wow! Another win. Denmark with the back-to-back semi-finals. And they will play Ronaldo and Portugal. Can they beat them though? No! It's a 2-1 loss to Portugal. Denmark will finish the World Cup at the very respectful 3rd place after beating Senegal by 3-2. This team have the most passion in the world. Which national team should I do next? How will Belgium do in the World Cup? They have some huge stars like De Bruyne and Courtois, but they are very weak at the back. In the first game, they won 5-1 against Canada. Huge win. In the second game, they draw against Morocco, and against Croatia they also got a draw. Belgium went through to the round of 16 from the 2nd place and will face Germany. And they lost on penalties. Belgium are out of the World Cup in the round of 16.